So to remove the old toilet, shut off the water valve, flush as much as it'll flush, and make sure it is no longer filling up the bowl with water. That's going to tell you whether your valve is still good or not. And then to get the remaining water out of the toilet bowl and the tank, I use the state-of-the-art water gun with a hose taped to it, and I just dump it into a bucket. But if you don't have one of those, you can just use a towel and wring it out into a bucket. Or, if you have one that's long enough, use the sprayer portion out of a spray bottle and just squirt it into a bucket. That might work too. And you have to get that water out. Any water that you don't remove is going to wind up on your floor. And then, yeah, you remove the nuts. Of course, my nuts were rusted to the bolts, so I had to cut them off with my angle grinder. Remove the toilet. Oh, shit. It's one of those. It's a cast iron flange. I don't even know what to do with it. Look at it. It's broken. For fuck's sake, it's broken. Okay. If you go to the regular hardware store, you're not going to find that special PVC flange that's designed for cast iron. Oatey makes them. It's basically an insert, and it has a rubber ring that expands when you tighten the Allen keys. That's what you need, but they ain't going to have it. Maybe a plumbing supply store might have it, but I was screwed and I had to, because it was the weekend, plumbing supply stores are closed, so I just ordered on Amazon, and I had to wait a couple of days, but can't survive without a shitter for a couple of days, so I bought a repair flange, which didn't fit, of course. So I sliced it, I cut it into quarter pieces, and then I just hammered it until it sort of fit, and I was able to finagle the new toilet on top of that. But it was a crappy fix.
Here we go. Drawers down.
And so now, without any further ado, how to remove that damn cast iron flange. First, you got to understand how it's mounted. In all probability, yours is bonded to the cast iron pipe with lead. So what they used to do, they slipped on that cast iron flange, and then they stuffed oakum down there, and then they poured molten lead between the flange and the cast iron pipe. So you've got this monstrously strong bond there. And boy, I don't envy you if you have to remove it. So you're going to have to come at it with a chisel. Do make sure you use a chisel with a finger guard, or else you're going to bang those fingers constantly. Use an angle grinder with a diamond wheel attachment. Do wear hearing protection, because you're going to be using your angle grinder with a diamond wheel a lot. Hearing protection, wear a face mask, because it's gonna get dirty. Like, anything and everything you value in the bathroom, just get it out, because it's all going to be covered in cast iron filings. And more importantly, be careful not to hit that lead, because you do not want to breathe lead dust. It is highly toxic. So avoid cutting into it. Yeah, I went at it with a chisel. I removed it piece by piece by piece. But even then, most of it was still in such good shape that no matter how much I banged on it, it just didn't shatter. So what finally did work for me is I took the chisel and I banged the lead. Lead's very soft, malleable, and eventually, after banging it around that ring enough times, it actually broke the seal loose. And I was able to go down into the basement and knock it out from the bottom. So that's how I did it. I mean, I tried everything. I tried a torch, the grinding wheel. That's what wound up working, is a chisel taken directly to the lead, just bang on it until you basically have the lead ring slip off. And then you're able to remove the flange. Now, in order to install the new Oatey PVC flange, and actually there's two Oateys that'll work for you. There's the Oatey 43539 replacement flange for cast iron. That's made of PVC, and then slightly more expensive is the Oatey 43538. That's made out of ABS plastic. I assume it's stronger, but they'll both work the same. So basically, you're going to put it in, and you're going to have to chip the walls of that cast iron pipe, unfortunately, so using that chisel. So stuff a t-shirt down there, stuff a really big rag, make sure it doesn't fall through. That's going to catch all the debris, and just hack away at the walls until your flange fits in flush with that cast iron pipe. And you might need to redo it several times over and do a test fit on the toilet without a wax ring or rubber ring until you've got the toilet pretty much flush against the floor. Once you've got the pipe at a height that works, you're going to put that PVC flange in. It's got 3 Allen keys on the inside. You tighten those, and what it does is it compresses the rubber ring there at the bottom, and it makes a seal inside the cast iron pipe. Then you're going to install the closet bolts. Disregard that tape I put down there. It's because the hole in my floor was so wide that the closet bolts kept falling through down to the basement. That is until I learned of the existence of those plastic washers, which hold the bolts in place. Very handy. Oh yeah, use some measuring tape and make sure you're positioning it correctly. Then you're going to put those closet bolts in with the plastic washers to hold them in place. You're going to use either a wax ring or a rubber ring. I prefer a rubber ring for toilets because I have the hardest time in the world aligning with the bolts, and I always screw it up. So I need something that can survive several mistakes of mine until I manage to line it up. And it is a pain in the ass to line it up. Once you've got it lined up, you put that plastic piece there. That's what the bolt cover is going to attach to in the end. Then you put down a washer. Then you put down a nut, tighten it both sides gradually. Don't over tighten or you will crack the porcelain. Hand tighten the ball cock nut. I love it. The ball cock nut to your toilet's tank. Then turn on the valve and watch. Look around the ball cock nut and make sure no water is dripping out of there. And look around the toilet. Make sure no water's coming out from the bottom of the toilet. A lot of people say it is unwise to caulk the bottom of the toilet because if a leak does develop, you won't be able to tell until it is way too late. But in my case, I've got access to my basement and I'll definitely notice it sooner rather than later. So I'm gonna caulk it eventually just for aesthetic reasons. I like the look. Try flushing, obviously, and hey, if it worked and there's no leaks, well, give yourself a pat on the back. That is a job well done. You definitely deserve a beer now. And as always, if you found this video useful, press that like button. And if it was useless to you, still press that like button. And of course, destroy that subscribe button. Thank you.